Let's talk about the Pixel 10 leaks. Hi, welcome to ZGadgetReview. The Pixel 10, the upcoming Google phone that is supposed to release sometime later this year. Rumor says it's going to launch in September. Other rumors say that it's going to launch in August. I'm thinking that it's probably going to launch sometime in September because the last device launches in September. Let's talk about the look of the Pixel 10. The Pixel 10 is going to look almost exactly the same as the Pixel 9. Pixel 9 Pro, Pixel 9 Pro XL had this new design that in my review, and personally, I still don't like. It is very iPhone-like, except if you change the shape of the camera, made it pill shape instead of like a weird square, I guess you could call it, rounded corner square. The difference is that the camera on the Pixel 10 looks bigger. The camera housing looks a lot bigger than the one before. It looks chunkier. If you can see there, it looks a little thicker pretty much than the previous one. It also looks, I will say, a little bigger where the glass is, so where the camera actually sits, that looks a lot bigger. And the bezels are not as thick as there were on the Pixel 9. So those are some of the hardware aesthetic changes that I can see on the Pixel 10. Now we're going to keep the same three sizes. We're going to keep the Pixel 10, the Pixel 10 Pro, and the Pixel 10 Pro XL. And if you are not aware, the way this changes is the Pixel 10 and the Pixel 10 Pro are the exact same size. And then if you wanted to get the bigger size that used to be the Pro model, you have to go into the XL size in order to get that. It's pretty much the same specs as the Pro, except the phone is bigger. But we also got someone filming a crew shooting a Pixel 10 commercial. This person was able to get close enough to not only get shots of the Pixel 10 on someone's hand for the commercial, but also to get a look at the storyboarding for said commercials. This phone, I will say, is probably leaked a lot more than any previous Pixel device, because there's some renders that show that the Pixel is going to have that thermometer. At least in the images, looks like it still has a little thermometer. Now let's talk about features. Of course, this phone is going to continue the trend of having all that AI features that you might be looking forward to or not. It's called sketch to image, which supposedly is going to allow you to draw something and then turn it into an image, obviously via AI. Exciting, not exciting? I don't think so. Now, Pixel Sense is something that is going to be brand new for that Pixel phones, and I am kind of torn about this because technically this is going to be a new type of assistant, obviously more AI meshed combined than what you get with your Google Assistant and Gemini. Right now they are two separate entities that don't really combine with each other. Gemini to me as an assistant is pretty unreliable right now. But this is supposed to fix it. Pixel Sense is supposed to fix that. So what is Pixel Sense, or what is it supposed to be? It's designed to provide truly contextual and personalized smartphone experience. It integrates data from various Google apps such as Calendar, Gmail, Maps, Chrome, and YouTube to offer intelligent real-time predictions. Now, supposedly this is going to operate entirely within the device. It isn't going to be communicating to the cloud. And I do that quote because technically you know that if you're asking anything to an assistant, unless it's related to stuff just on your phone, it has to connect to the internet somehow, which means that it has to send that information out and it has to bring it back in order to serve it to you. You cannot be so naive as to think that your information doesn't go out into the internet when you're asking information that is going to come from the internet. I mean, the fact that YouTube is supposed to be a part of this service or assistant tells you that it is going to connect to the internet. Let's talk about some of the internals. Let's talk battery first. The battery is going to increase. It looks like we're going to get a 4,970 milliamp hour battery versus the previous, the Pixel 9 had a 4,700 milliamp hour battery, so we get a bump there. The rumors are also that the phone is going to come with Qi charging 2, which means that the phone should deliver faster recharging when using contact charging, or as they call wireless charging. Now let's talk about that Tensor chip, because this year is supposed to be the first year where we get a Tensor G5 chip that is built not by Samsung, but by TSMC. Now, TSMC is going to build that Tensor G5 in a 3nm process. Now, there are a lot of rumors about what the boosting power is going to be for this chip compared to last year's Samsung chip. So a lot of the rumors were, for example, that TSMC was going to make a better chip than Samsung, the Exynos chip that Google has been using since the Pixel 6. Now they're saying that the Samsung Exynos chip 3mm is going to be better than the TSMC 3mm chip. So I don't know, like who do you believe, right? Because some reports say that the G5 is going to have a 40% boost in performance over the previous chip, the Pixel 9 chip, the Tensor G4. Other reports say that that doesn't really translate to real world use, that real world use is only 14% boost, which obviously is not as big. Supposedly it's going to do better at heat management. That was one of the issues with Exynos, was that devices will get very, very hot. Those are the rumors. The truth is that the Tensor G5 will be coming from TSMC for the first time ever. So we're going to get a brand new chip on the upcoming Pixel 10. We'll see what the performance really is, obviously, once the phone is out in the market. Now let's talk cameras, because this year it seems that every single Pixel 10 is going to come with 3 cameras. Now, of course, the vanilla Pixel is going to have a lower quality camera than the Pixel 10 Pro and the Pixel 10 Pro XL. So let's go into those details. Here we have, for the Pixel 10, we're going to have a wide camera, 50 megapixels, Samsung GN8. Ultra wide Sony IMX712 13 pixels. Telephoto camera is going to be a Samsung 3J1 11 pixels, and your selfie camera is going to be the same with autofocus. So that is going to be for the Pixel 10 vanilla. Now for the Pixel 10 Pro and 10 Pro XL, we're going to have a wide camera Samsung GNV 50 megapixels, not to be confused with the GN8. Ultra wide Sony IMX858, 48 megapixels. So you get a bump there, a huge bump in pixels with the ultra wide. And then we have the telephoto camera, which is going to be a Sony IMX858 as well, 48 megapixels as well. And that's another bump compared to the vanilla Pixel. And then we have a selfie camera, which is going to be a Sony IMX858, 48 megapixels with autofocus. So as you can see there, the Pro version of these phones is going to have obviously a much better camera, but at least the people who are going to be buying the vanilla version of this phone will get an extra camera, which means that will these devices cost much more than previous devices? Pricing is going to be a little tricky this year because you have the tariffs, the looming tariffs. Obviously Google hasn't said anything about the tariffs. They haven't talked about pricing going up and down in the devices or anything like that. Looking at historical pricing based on what we got last year, so the Pixel 9. The Pixel 9 vanilla launched for $799, so $800. Then the Pixel 9 Pro launched for $999. And then for the first time, we had the Pixel 9 Pro XL, which launched for $1,099. So taking those prices into consideration, thinking about the fact that we are going to get a new chip, the vanilla phone is coming with an extra camera. So based on that information, I'm thinking that the Pixel 10 vanilla is going to go up to, it has to go up, $850 maybe. Now the Pixel 9 Pro was $999. The Pixel 8 Pro was also $999. It didn't change prices, but because you're bumping the price on the regular phone and adding a camera, then you have an excuse to raise the price on the Pro model. So that's where the tricky thing comes in, because can you make it over $1,000? So can you make it $1,100 where the XL was last year, bump it to $1,000, $1,100 because it's a premium device, and then move the XL to $1,200 because it's a premium device, you know? And then you can also argue, well, you know what? Apple charges freaking an arm and a leg for the phones for whatever reason and people buy them, why can't Google do the same? Well, because Google doesn't have the same market reach as Apple does, whether you like it or not. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that the Pixel 9 is going to be $899, $900. The Pixel 9 Pro is going to go up $100, so it's going to be $1,099, so $1,100. And the Pixel 9 Pro XL is also going to go up $100, making it a $1,200 phone, or $1,199. So how do I feel about what we know? Because technically, everything that we've seen so far, even when we did it for the Pixel 9, everything turned out to be real. 100% was what the phone was. So I'm going to go by that. I'm going to say that the Pixel 10, everything we know about it is exactly what is going to launch. I am really getting a little tired of the same phone. I have not seen big improvements on this device. As I said last year, to me, they are going from here. Instead of continuing to try to innovate on design, they're trying to just go with the flow and try to appeal to a broad audience, which I understand. Okay, don't get me wrong, I get it. It's a business. You want to appeal to as much people as you can, and if people can confuse your phone with the competition, hey, why not? Maybe somebody buys a Pixel by mistake. And then we're going to get more AI slop and more AI trash in these phones that we don't really need, more AI bloat that we don't really need. I know, I sound defeated. I know, I sound negative. I am excited though. Because I actually wanna play with the phone. I wanna see how much faster it is than the previous one. I wanna see if the Tensor G5 lives up to all this hubbub that has been created that, oh, Samsung Exynos chips are so bad and TSMC chips are so much better, you know, and do I head to head and see if there is a difference? I guess we'll see when the phone comes out. What do you think about the Pixel 10 leaks? Are you excited about this phone, or are you kind of down? Or are you excited to see how the new chip performs? Let me know in the comment section. That is it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and now hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.